Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys some brand new Pokemon Sun and Moon news and information. And then this information is indeed confirmed. It is leaked through CoroCoro, which is a Japanese magazine that comes out in a few days in Japan. It did leak a little bit early as usual, and we do have these Pokemon confirmed. So this is all real information. It's all confirmed. It's all real. We got a couple new Pokemon, we got some new forms, and we got some other information that I'll cover in this video. So get hyped for that. Show your love on that like button down below. And definitely make sure you subscribe if you're new. The first thing I do want to say is this list and this leak does indeed dispute or basically prove to us that the entire Pokedex leak that came out a few days ago is not true at all. So I sincerely apologize for anyone who thought that it was true. I never said it was. I was theorizing myself. I didn't know. But now we know that it's not, so the internet can move on. I will move on, and we'll have a good time talking about these new Pokemon, because we got a Sandcastle Pokemon, and that is going to change the game. So the first Pokemon we got here is going to be this little fish dude, and you're going to have to bear with me on the names, but the fish name is a pure water type named Yowashy, and I'm sure the name is going to change once we get the English translations, but it looks like it's got an ability that allows it to change its appearance from a single form to a larger school of fish. So from an idea perspective, seems pretty cool, man. I like the idea of having a school of fish. Now, whether that ability has any other implications in terms of whether this Pokemon gets like a substitute-like feel, kind of like Mimikyu has, it seems like, or whether that school of fish gives it some sort of other advantage in battle, I have no idea, but I'm sure we'll get more information as the leaks come out or as this Pokemon is revealed. I'm sure there's going to be a Pokemon trailer. I think there's going to be an announcement on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Looks like another trailer that'll probably cover these same Pokemon and maybe more. So we'll probably get a little bit more intel there, but this is a new Pokemon. I'm a little bit iffy on the design. I mean, it looks a little scary, and it looks like a Pokemon that I would probably swim very fast away from. I mean, the little dude looks cute. He looks like those kind of fish that nibble on your feet when you're in the ocean. But the big dude looks like he's gonna swallow your entire arm whole and chomp it off for breakfast. So I'm gonna try to stay away from that thing, but it is a pure water type, and it does have an ability that allows it to change its appearance from a single form to a larger fish. Its school form, again, no idea whether that's activated after 50% of health and then it gets stronger, or whether, I don't know. It's hard to really tell at this point in the game, but hopefully we'll get some more information soon. Now the next Pokemon is, it's hilarious, man. It's a Sandcastle. It's a Sandcastle Pokemon. I mean, that's really what it is. And it is a ground and ghost type, which we have seen before with Golett and Golurk, so not a unique typing, but its name is Tsunaba and Shirodesuna, which is the big one. Shirodesuna is the big one, and Tsunaba is the small one. Again, these names are gonna change, of course, but we got two little Sandcastle Pokemon, and they are ghost type. And I'm thinking these things are, I'm a little on the fence here, because it's hilarious to look at these two little Sandcastles and the fact that they have a shovel in their head, and Pikachu is seemingly falling into a Sandcastle. And I'm conflicted, but I gotta know, and this is where you guys can leave a comment in the comment section below. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, oh my goodness, I need to add this Sandcastle to my Sun and Moon team right now, and 1 being, I'm gonna kick the Sandcastle over and make some little kids cry. Let me know how much you like this Sandcastle Pokemon. I think I'm somewhere around the 6 or the 7 mark, because I think it looks hilarious, and I would never make little kids cry to kick it over, but maybe some of you guys, that's your prerogative. I don't know, let me know in the comment section below, but I think this thing is hilarious, man. It's a haunted Sandcastle. I don't know what to say, man. I guess this will be like I think Alolan Executor memes can take a break for a minute, because we have Sandcastle memes now that hopefully will take over the internet. I would love to see this thing on my timeline for the next 3 weeks. That would be great. So feel free to just tweet me pictures of Sandcastles all the time, because this thing is funny looking. Not much else to say. We don't really know too much information about it other than that. So I mean, hey, it's pretty sweet. The next Pokemon is going to be BeWhere's pre-evolution, which is called Nuika Goma. Don't judge me on the pronunciation there, but it looks like BeWhere does have a pre-evolution, and that's kind of cool to note. I mean, BeWhere did seem like it was going to be a Pokemon that was pretty darn strong, so, you know, we needed the pre-evolution for it, unless it was just going to be like a late-game Pokemon, but now we have a pre-evolution, this little bear dude, and I'm all about it, man. This little bear looks super duper cute. Maybe we'll get him at the beginning of the game. He looks like he's way less harmful. It is also normal in fighting type, so not any differences there in terms of its typing. So it's going to stay the same type, and we'll probably get it earlier in the game than we otherwise would. Pretty sweet stuff there. There is some other information too. So those are all the new Pokemon, but we have some new Alola forms as well. Alolan Meowth has been confirmed as well, and they say that Alolan Meowth, basically, let me see. I know there was some information about it that basically confirms it changed its form due to kind of like being bred by the royal family of Alola. That's what it says. I guess because of the royal family, it bred a different kind of Meowth, which honestly just looks like Meowth, but it's just a little bit different. I don't think we have any information in terms of its typing. I think it's a dark type. So it is a dark type Meowth instead of being normal type. So we've actually had some leaks that showed that Persian Meowth were going to become dark type. So maybe those were just really good guesses. I mean, at this point, who knows? But Alolan Meowth is a dark type, and I think it's pretty safe to assume that Persian will also be a dark type. Which we don't have an image of yet, hasn't been officially revealed. And then we've also got Marowak, which was actually in my top 5 Alolan list. There was some information on the Pokemon website that showed that Marowak was actually one of the Pokemon for, I can't remember the guy's name, but I said it wrong last time, but one of the trial captains, Kiave, I think his name was. One of the trial captains had an Alolan Marowak, or a Marowak, and he was the fire captain. So we were kind of led to believe that Marowak was most likely going to get an Alolan form, and it was most likely going to be fire type. And what do you know? Here it is. But it's fire and ghost type, which is baller status. Look at this thing, man. He's holding the bone on fire. He's got a cool marquee on his head. He looks kind of ghost type. I feel like this thing looks like the most fan-made Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. Like the idea itself, it's so cool though. I love it. I love Fire Ghost Marowak. That's really cool. We've already seen that typing as well, obviously, with Chandelure and that family. But nevertheless, a really cool Pokemon. We know that it's going to be one of the trial captain's Pokemon, and seems pretty neat. And the last bit of information that is relevant is we do have some images here of the evil team, and it's not called Team Eclipse, man. It's called Team Skull. A little bummed about that, but I've totally seen that girl with the pink hair in Pokemon X and Y. I feel like you battle her in the Lost Hotel or whatever, but they just all look like that. But anyway, it's Team Skull. It looks like we don't really have too much information other than the boss is called Guzma and the girl is called Plumeri. That's just the first information we have of the antagonist team, so nothing too crazy there. In terms of other information, I think there's really not a whole lot else. We've got the 3 new Pokemon, the pre-evolution, obviously. One other thing we did get was the 2 forms, and then there's supposed to be some new information next month regarding Rockruff and the secret evolution, which will hopefully give us some intel as to whether or not the various typings of the starters, and whether you know, Rockruff's evolution is dependent on what starter you pick, or whether Rockruff and the starters have different evolutions based on the island they're on, or whether it has to go by night and day, or whatever it's going to be, right? There's so many different things that you can theorize, and I think now that we can confirm that entire Pokedex leak is not true now, which is actually a really nice thing, we can kind of move on and we can kind of look towards all the cool stuff that we got. So not exactly the craziest leak ever, I'm going to be honest. I think the Sandcastle dude is pretty sweet though, so I'm really excited about the Sandcastle. Like, I really am. I think it's pretty neat. But otherwise, not too much else going on. So that's going to conclude this video. Nothing too crazy, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. That's going to be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.